What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm super excited to finally talk about this movie that we've all been waiting for a long time, especially me. But so today we're going to be talking about Fantastic Four, first steps, and like everything, all the spoilers, everything. So this is your warning right now. Later on, we're going to be talking about spoilers and the big stuff. So I'm very happy to welcome back my very good and dear friend of mine, Samsyndulla. So let's bring her in.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
I'm so excited to be back.
Yes. Like it's been so long since we've done this.
It has. It's been like a couple years, I want to say, and it's like always oddly in the summer.
It is, yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Summer streams. That's what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just really happy that I get to talk about like my favorite characters with one of my favorite people. So I'm really glad that you could join me for this.
Of course. Wouldn't miss it. Gonna have a fantastic time.
Yes. Like I've said that word so much lately, but
yeah.
I'm not ashamed.
No. I mean, it's very overused at this point, but like, what else are you supposed to say, like, in referencing to Fantastic Four at this point?
Right. Okay. So, like, as I said, like, to me, this has been my most anticipated movie, like, for years.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but,
yeah.
like, how excited were you for this movie?
I was super excited for this movie. I couldn't honestly wait for this movie to be made. I remember when we had all the casting rumors, like, remember at one point they were like, oh, it might be Adam Driver, like, we don't, it was all different. I think Jodie Comer was up for Sue, and then we like, it was just a lot of mixed emotions. And then once we like got the solid cast, I was like, okay, I could do this. Like, especially like, I don't know, I love Vanessa Kirby so much. I was just like, yes, we nailed down Sue Storm. And like, yes. I will say that I was concerned, like a lot of people, about Pedro, because not that, let's be real here, you can't, no one has Pedro fatigue. That's not a thing. I don't want to even put that into the universe, but I feel like so many people are like, oh, he's in everything, like, we're not going to be able to separate him. And can I just say that he is, and I will fight anyone on this, the perfect Reed Richards, so shut up. But also, like I'm saying, like, I was also skeptical as well, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I love wait, what's Johnny's real name?
Joseph Quinn.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eddie Munson, but same. Joseph Quinn. I thought he was perfectly casted from the jump. I was like, I can totally see this. And am I saying it right?
Evan, yeah.
Evan,
Moss,
okay. Evan
yeah.
was
Moss
like,
it
felt like the best thing, really, the best thing for me was him.
Yeah.
They really killed it. And like, again, like I wasn't skeptical. Oh my God, I can't say that word. Skeptical about Sue at all. Like, once she was that was solid for me. Like, and I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. Like, I'm open to this, because I was in the camp of, I want John Krasinski for Reed at the time. And then they, disrespected him, turned him into spaghetti, and then that was the end of it. But we don't acknowledge it. We don't have to acknowledge it, because now we have the new Fantastic Four. But I mean, I feel like as a Marvel fan, how can you not be excited for this movie?
Right.
Like, this is like they're the first family. Let's be real.
Exactly. And like, it's been so long since we've had an actual Fantastic Four movie. Like, we don't talk about the 2015 disaster
I still
So
don't want to acknowledge that that movie was made, actually. So
exactly.
like when people bring it up, I'm just like, I don't know who those characters were supposed to be, but that was not Reed Richards, that was not Sue Storm, that was not
No,
Johnny. And honestly, I was just sidetracked, but wasn't it the most depressing movie you've ever watched in your life? Why is
it
this so
was
sad? I was like, I feel sad every minute that I watch this. What is this?
like I remember going to the movies to see that and sadly leaving the movie theater just disappointed, just disgusted for what I just saw. Like,
Like, why did I watch so this first, like, sit here? Because like I actually saw it at home and I was just like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. And I was like, I want to like eye bleach with the old Fantastic Four. Like, even though that's, we all know that's not perfect, but for the time, it was what we had, But
right.
like, now we have one that they actually nailed down, in my opinion, damn near
Yes.
perfect.
Oh my God.
And I will die on that hill.
I'm so with you on that because
It was a lot.
I
It was a great, they did a great job. You know what I mean? Like, and that's all I could really say is that it was fantastic.
fantastic. Yes. Just from like I'll admit too that I had some concerns about the casting as well, but more specifically Pedro, because
Yeah.
like for some reason I just couldn't just see him as Reed Richards, honestly.
Yeah.
And like I think it's part of that is because I had just seen him in The Last of Us and then also
Literally
Mandalorian as well.
Abby. The man is everywhere. Yes.
Yeah. So, but he, like you said, he really surprised me as Reed, honestly, because like I don't like the whole cast in general just nailed it. And
I
then
feel like Reed is it. I said this from the beginning. Like, no matter who plays Reed Richards, they really have a lot cut out for them because one, in the comics, Reed Richards is not that likable of a person. He's not. I mean, he's endearing and all of that too, but he's just.
yeah,
I'm gonna just blatantly say it. He comes off to me as someone who is very much on the spectrum. Like, it's kind of in the comics and like
yeah,
he's just like very focused, you know what I mean, like a
hmm,
focus. And I feel like Pedro really, he did it, you know what I mean.
hmm,
I think he was likable, you know what I mean. I'm not saying
hmm,
we love him and we love Reed, but he took all of that and he made him likable and he made you understand like what actually goes on in Reed Richards' brain, which is what the comics have been trying to do all this time. And like,
yeah,
he's more than just like a charming, handsome man that's smart. You know what I mean? Like, he does differ a lot from Tony Stark, and I love that
yeah,
we got to see that. And like
hmm,
that's good acting. This is why I will fight anyone who tells me that I'm wrong about him as Reed Richards.
exactly. I mean, yeah, I mean, it does this, say in the comics that I forgot which comic it was specifically, but it says that he has Asperger's.
Yeah. Okay. So there. Yes,
So
it's
yeah,
definitely in there. It was Asperger's,
hmm,
but pretty much similar to being like on the spectrum, and like it
yeah,
just I just feel like that's not easy, you know what I mean? And we
mhm,
never really had that before.
no,
We didn't even really touch on that in the ones that we've originally got. And then we don't acknowledge 2015 because I don't know what.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Aunt.
But yeah, you can definitely tell that they put a lot of love and respect and hard work into these characters in this movie because it shows for sure. And like down to the set design, the world that they created was just beautiful.
Yeah, it
And I
was.
love the whole 60s retro futuristic aesthetic they went with. I mean, it's perfect for the Fantastic Four to be set in that time.
Absolutely.
because that's where they originated back in the
And
60s. So
we love Herbie. Like, he's just so
God,
perfect. He's so perfect. We love
I
him so
know.
much because, you know, that's what we needed, another droid pretty much to fall in love with.
I know, and the fact that they actually like practically made him
Yeah.
and was actually like remote controlling him in this
Yeah.
movie, so
It's
cool.
funny too that you say that because when I went to the red carpet, Herbie was there, and then behind Herbie was actually Herbie, and it was three men who were controlling every part of him. Like, and I was like, I mean, that's Herbie, but that is Herbie. Like, they
Yeah.
are collectively Herbie, and it's such an amazing thing to see. Like, you know me, I'm a sucker for like practical effects all the time. CGI, of course, I'm not against it. We need it.
Yeah.
You have to CGI things, especially in superhero movies. But like,
Mhm.
nothing beats the practical effects and sets and all that stuff.
Yeah. And then like even down to like the small details like in the clothes and the costumes just
Oh, the suits, I love the suits, and I have not heard any pushback about the suits, which they have no right to have any pushback about the suits. I think they were perfect. I thought they were so perfect too, like you were saying, for that time period too.
right.
And like, I'm just such a sucker for all the space suits too. Like, come on, like the costume.
Yes.
As cosplayers, we appreciate these things. We look for these things.
Exactly.
And they're like oddly comfortable. So like, kudos for making super suits that are comfortable.
Yeah, when I got the new suit, I was like so surprised how comfortable it was.
Yeah, you're like, oh wow, like I don't want to rip this off my body 5 minutes in, like every other super suit that we buy.
Oh man. Uh there was something else I was gonna say. Um oh yeah, and the theme for Fantastic Four, like it's just absolute fire.
The whole score is just like, it's really out of control. Like, I feel like I could listen to it and get ready around the house, and I'm just like, yep, here it is, here it is. There's a beat drop, amazing.
Yep.
They really, they just, to me with this movie, they just pulled out all the stops. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've seen some reviews where people are just like, it was great, but it's not like Marvel's back. And I was like, I don't know. After Thunderbolts, Marvel's been back, so I don't really. That's weird to me. Shush.
Yeah,
And it is. We are so back, actually, especially with this movie.
yes. I could not agree with you more on that. And
And
especially
you know, someone did ask me too. They were like, "Is it better than Thunderbolts?" I'm like, "Well, one, it's completely different, and like, I feel
yeah,
like you can't compare the two movies, which is also amazing. You know what I mean? Why would you want
yeah.
to compare the two movies? And but is it better? Yeah, sure, because like it's a little different. Like again, this is such a well known like these are well-known characters in the Marvel universe, and again,
Mhm.
the first family, like, so it's different. You know what I mean? Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
what were comics that were popular, but they weren't exactly screen like comic to screen accurate of like who was actually even in the Thunderbolts. So it's like
Mhm.
not the same. You know what I mean? Like we have been waiting to see Sue Storm, Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, and thing for so long that it's like we're kind of dying here. You know?
Yeah.
Look at what they gave us in 2015. It's like they just threw like bad meat at us, and they were like, "Here, guys," and we were like, "This is terrible,"
Yep.
and we're
Yeah.
starving for what we want. You know?
Yeah, just to keep the character rights that they put out that movie. And then I was so excited when Disney finally bought Fox. I was like, okay, yes, we're getting Fantastic Four and the X-Men
Yes.
in the Marvel universe, eventually in the MCU, but they're all finally home and it makes me so happy.
I know. I'm so glad. I'm honestly so glad that they're home. Like, now, now we wait for Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Uh,
I don't want to wait for this, but I will do that. I'll just watch Fantastic Four until that comes out, I guess.
yes. on repeat.
And Spider-Man that we're also getting, and I'm just loving the behind the scenes of
Oh
Spider-Man.
yes,
Like living
that
for it every day. But I
it
will
looked
say,
awesome.
makes me a little sad that it's not in New York. Just a little.
Oh
But I get it. Like, I understand, like, you know, costs and stuff. And, like, to do what he's doing right now in the middle of New York City in broad daylight is not
yeah,
real. That can't happen. So,
not realistic.
no way. No way. But, I mean, it looks amazing. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait for this movie to come out either. And I mean, we all have the dream of Spider-Man being with Fantastic Four, right? But, goddamn Sony.
I mean, they haven't even confirmed that he's going to be in Doomsday though
I know.
yet. So
But
I mean, I hope so.
But I do feel I liked the whole like chairs thing, and we could see like who's gonna be in it. But like that they are going to withhold information and have cameos of people that they are not going to announce, which is really what we want. Like them giving us all of that was a little too much for me. Like I was like, I don't want to know about you guys. You should have popped out. It's a different point. You're giving me too much information right now. Give me less. So I just feel like if they gave us that, I feel like we are going to get cameos where we're like, what?
Yeah.
Which
it's gonna blow our minds.
I think so.
Yeah. Like especially I mean, we'll get into it when we get to the spoilers, but like that post credit scene. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Please guys, stay for after the credits. Please.
Yes. Like if you're watching this right now and you haven't seen the movie, just please give it a chance.
Yeah, please. We're actually begging you. You will be doing yourself a major injustice if you just don't stay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we can get into the good stuff now.
The good stuff. Close your ear holes if you don't want to hear these things.
Yes. So this is your warning right now. Spoiler alert.
There it is. Wow, look at that whole spoiler alert.
Yes.
There you go. Read the bottom.
Yes.
Breaking news.
Okay, so I mean, there's so much to say about this. But real quick, before we start, would you rather talk about just the spoilers and the important stuff, or just everything?
I think we should just do everything and
let it flow. Okay.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. All right. So basically we start off with finding out exactly what Earth we're on to start. And I really love that they made this universe in 828, which is a nod to Jack Kirby's birthday. So I love that.
I love that they also reveal that at the beginning for people who didn't know that. Like that was such a nice touch. Yeah. Was it the beginning or the end where they tell you? I feel like it's the beginning when they, or no, I don't know. Maybe it is the end.
It's during the credits, they have that the Jack Kirby quote.
Yeah.
And then they have his birthday, and it says 828, and then it shows his birthday.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I didn't know if it was the beginning or the end, but I love that they did that, and like people could actually see like, and that they're honoring Jack Kirby with all of this.
Yeah, and this movie was just a love letter to just not just the fans, but like a huge like tribute to not just Jack Kirby but Stan Lee as well. So, and
he loved his Fantastic Four, you know that. So it was.
Yes.
It was nice to see. Also very ironic that Vanessa's last name is Kirby.
I know, I love that.
Kind of like meant to be. Like I feel like when you want to be in the casting chair and be like, actually you're hired because like this is amazing. You are a walking Easter egg.
Yeah, literally. All right, so like it's really great that Marvel didn't show us like too much from in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like most of the stuff they showed was within like the first 10 minutes or so. So that I appreciated a lot because I was so worried about being spoiled for this movie.
I know. And sometimes they do release trailers where you're like, why did you show us that? Do you remember, actually, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Do you remember with Multiverse of Madness when they showed Peggy's shield
Yeah.
in the trailer, like 2 days before it came out? I remember I was livid. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like they did that so they wouldn't disappoint us with what they actually gave us with Peggy. Like, okay. But also,
Yeah.
why would you don't do that? And I feel like they kept it very, like, a lot of it under wraps, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was great.
Okay, so start off right off the bat, we find out that Sue is pregnant, and I know there were so many like theories that she would be pregnant and have Franklin during this movie.
Yeah.
Like when the first trailer came out, like they didn't say anything or show anything about that, but like I know there were even theories then. I mean, given the title, I mean, it's First Steps, so
Yeah.
it meant something.
And they did, like, CGI out her stomach in a few scenes, like, and you had, like, you know, the YouTube police were like, she's waddling, she's walking different, this looks strange, because, like, you know that they're notorious for this. Like, I know Marvel always thinks, like, oh, we're gonna get one over on them, but, like, do we not remember No Way Home when, like,
Right.
where he's by himself, but, like, you could see that the other ones are jumping at two other people? Like, come on, dude. Just don't show that scene.
Yeah, and then Lizard's head just turning.
His head just whips around, and we're all supposed to just accept that and be like, so they're not in the movie? Because, like, all this speculation that they've been in the movie. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, though. When Toby and Andrew came out, I still was like, oh my god, crying.
I was crying.
Like, child. Like, the second I saw Andrew, I, like, lost my mind, and, like, I thought that I would lose it over Toby more, because, like, that's like more my Spider-Man era, like.
Same.
But I don't know, both of them, I was like, I can't handle this is too much. There was a lot of moments like that in Fantastic Four too, where I was just like, wow, they're going here, like, they're doing it, they're doing the big one. Like,
yeah.
So she is pregnant right off the bat.
Yes. And like that little moment between them where they're like nothing's gonna change, that we can do this, and Reed just kind of goes off on like his own thoughts in his mind, like we gotta worry about the genetic mutation and whatnot, and Sue brings him back down to Earth, like just focus.
Yeah, like, just be here with me. Like, Sue is very much like, be here with me in this moment. And he was like, I can't, because we're gonna have a mutant child, and I need to know what it's gonna be. Okay, I can't. I don't know, Sue. Like, I need to think about this. And that's pretty much what he does for the whole time being, is just trying to figure out what is wrong with their child.
Yeah. And I love the part when Ben said, I figured you would be in your lab having a mental breakdown, emotional breakdown. I got that scheduled for later.
Yeah. Oh, I also love so much the chemistry between all of them. You know, between Reed and Johnny. Yes. Like, there is a very believable, like, brother-in-law, like, push and pull relationship between the two of them, but also, like, it's founded in love. And I really, really love his relationship with the Thing. You know, like, I just feel like the two of them, they really sell it as best friends, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There's quite a few moments where you're like, wow, you're that good of friends, but we'll get to that later.
But yeah, I agree. The chemistry was one of my like highlights for this movie for sure, because that's actually was one of the things I was most concerned about, was the family dynamic and the chemistry between them. Because if you didn't have all that, then it wouldn't be great.
There's no movie. Yeah. And it's just like, it's just so important because you could hire like all great actors, but if there's no chemistry between them, you don't have this. You're not going to have this. And like the whole point of this movie is to really sell it as a family. And I feel like they
Yeah.
did above and beyond with this. And for
Right.
each other too. Like it wasn't just like Sue and Reed are in love and we love them together. Like I loved her as Johnny Storm's sister. You know what I mean? Like to me,
Mhm.
that was a believable thing for me. Like they even kind of made them look alike, and I was like, how do they do that? Like, but I just feel like they really, I think they just loved each other off the set too, and that's
Mhm.
what makes these movies great. Look at Wicked, you know. Everyone was
Yeah.
like, why are they like this in interviews? Same with Vanessa and Pedro, like because there's chemistry. That's what
Yeah.
happens sometimes, and they're all just a bunch of theater kids, you know. That's how they act.
Mhm. All right, so I really liked that they did. Well, first of all, I liked that they didn't do another origin story like all the other movies did.
Well, 2015 was basically just an origin story and like a really sad version of like how they became the Fantastic, which they didn't feel was Fantastic Four, and it was a mess. So I
Yes.
completely agree. Which is kind of like, if you really think about it, like one of, you know, Spider-Man was so successful too because they kind of just were like, okay, we're gonna leave Uncle Ben in the past and he's gonna be Spider-Man, and like it worked because we have
Mhm.
all of that, and I love that they are kind of like moving forward, like flesh him out. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love it.
Mhm. So it like that whole opening montage of them like using their powers and like saving people and them mentioning all these past fights. Like one of my favorite parts of that whole opening montage was seeing Mole Man's monster, Giganto. I was like, it's like recreating the first comic.
It's true. It's
So
true.
excited.
It was. That's what I'm saying. Like they really put heart into it, and like we the fans have been asking collectively to just stick to the source material. I feel like if you stick, and I do feel like in the past that Marvel sometimes does not do that, and like kind
Mhm.
of like multiverse of madness, like if they would have really stuck with like the House of M storyline, it may have
Yeah.
been a lot better than whatever that was.
Right.
But they really did, and I feel like they loved the source material, and they actually like went comic for comic and were like, all right, how do we mash these in and tell a good story? And that's what they did.
Exactly. And so they pretty much said that it was 4 years since they went up into space and got their powers. So they've been heroes pretty a while now. So they're well established, they're celebrities, and they're beloved by pretty much everyone.
Yeah, I also like that they showed Thing like being comfortable with what he is. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh, why am I like the like I hate referencing this movie, but like it's just like there was no sob story for him. Like he owned it, he knew what he was, and like Reed apologizes multiple times, and it's
Mhm.
not Reed's fault, you know, but
He still
he's
feels
like,
guilty.
yeah, but he's like, it's fine. Like I'm cool. I like to cook, and this is me.
I really love seeing him cook, with especially with Herbie. Like those things were so cute.
It was cute, and to me, it was like it was a big nod to like The Bear, the other show he's on, which I loved.
Yeah.
So, like I was waiting for the like yes chef. I was gonna be like, oh, here we go. But it was so good. Like yeah, like I love the fact that they were already fleshed out, and we didn't have to go through this all over again because we've seen enough.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
were
we
desperate to have the Fantastic Four, and not like, you know, how they became the Fantastic Four and before their Fantastic Four. Like they could have went a completely different route too and had like Sue and Reed not married yet, and just like this could have went
yeah.
like dragged on, and they really were like, no, we're gonna give you guys the F in
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, and we're gonna put it in your face, and we were all like, yes, this is why it
Yes.
works.
Exactly. Like,
Not
I'm
every single
all for it.
superhero needs an origin story. Like, if you want to learn it, just read the comics, because it's like pretty much they nailed it so hard that if you go and pick up a comic, you'll get it. You won't be lost. You'll just know how they became the Fantastic Four, and you could pick up from there.
Right. And like getting back to their former fights, like there were quite a few villain name drops that they did.
Yep.
Like classic Fantastic Four villains. I was surprised to hear. I'm like, okay, so we got Mole Man. We actually got to see him in the movie. And then yeah, I loved him as Mole Man, honestly.
He's great. Honestly, like perfect casting for Mole Man.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get more into that later, but also like name dropping Mad Thinker and then Red Ghost and Super Apes. And then
we get to see a little bit of that too, which is nice.
Yeah, just like 5 seconds of it. But I was really bummed that they cut John Malkovich's role, because I think he was supposed to be Red Ghost and they cut his part, and I'm like,
well, let's hope there's an extended release and we get to see him.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see him later. And then they also name dropped the Wizard, Puppet Master, and Diablo. So I was like, okay.
We really like went in, actually.
Yes.
They were like, we're not messing around. Like, we're gonna give you guys everything in one shot.
Yeah. And can we just talk about how amazing their powers all look?
Yes. The way they did everything was just, there's so many scenes that you could just feel like, wow, like they did it. They pulled it off, because it's hard, and it's hard to make it not corny. You know what I mean? Like, or like super unbelievable. And like, they really did it, Like, I really loved, like, every time Johnny would flame on and flame off, and it wasn't like cheesy. It was actually like really believable if you were going to be a person that's on fire every once in a while. And like, also though, like, I loved that one scene that they showcase of him like sucking the fire out of the buildings. Like, to me, that was like the perfect demonstration of like, okay, because like some people make fun of Johnny Storm for his flame on, flame off, and it's like, okay, but he could do that. Like, he could also put them out, like, and they're showing you how he does it. And I thought that was so clever and so like so cool, actually.
Yeah, like in the previous movies they showed his powers a lot, and then but they haven't really shown his powers in that way before. So I was like, when he was absorbing all the fire, I was like, wow, okay.
Wow,
all right.
Okay, yeah, like, okay, Johnny, go off. It was just so clever the way they did stuff. I mean, I also loved how they showed Sue's powers, because like even that little bit of like rainbow and force field, like you're actually getting to see it, and it's not just like, okay, edit her out, she's invisible. You know what I mean? Like, just don't stand there. Like they thought about this, and like even when they were invisible, like you could kind of see them really quick, like where they were. It was just like a really good interpretation of their powers, again, like without it being like cheesy or weird. Like, they made them really badass. I was really proud of how they did this.
Right. Like, especially with Reed's powers, with the stretching and everything. I know a lot of people were worried about that, because like with his powers, it's definitely like a hard power to
you
showcase.
Could get it wrong. Yeah, you could get it wrong, and it could look really weird and like spaghetti, but I digress. It looked like he was actually stretching, like it was good. And then like, I feel like with Thing, when he's running and he's smashing down all the pillars, that was probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. Like, it was just so good.
And also just the way that they like made him look, the Thing, like his whole design was just straight out of the comics. Like,
really, like, truly, like, I'm not going to reference the other one, but I mean,
Yeah.
come, what was that? It was just not like, I don't know. They got him right. I also just loved when they put him in regular clothes.
Yeah. That was especially
I
the
loved
trench
it.
coat and the hat
Yes.
too.
And I loved it too because again, like I feel like he really came into his own. Like he's like, okay, like this is me, you know? I love that for him. I really do. And I just want all the happiness for him in the world. Truly.
Yeah. And the fact that the kid all the kids love him and adore
Yeah.
him,
And
that
he's
made
not
me
like
happy.
scary. You know what I mean? Like no one thinks he's scary. They don't like name call him. They just think he's like super cool and super strong, like kind of like a Hulk type of thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm. All right. Like I know just before the movie came out, Kevin Feige said that the original 1994 cast would be in the movie, and I was like, okay. So, um, I had to watch it a few times to really see who they were like in the
Yeah.
movie, but I was surprised to see that. I think it was really nice that they included them in this movie.
Trying to think because I know the original cast, but I don't actually remember seeing them in the movie. What
So
scene?
um they were one of the like at the end of the opening montage, they were the group of people that were like thanking the Fantastic Four, like
Oh,
with the
okay.
children and the firefighters, and like they were one of the people in the little circle
Okay, I have to go
bubble
back
things.
to watch it for the third time so I could catch that too. Because I didn't catch it, and I did see them at the world premiere, and I obviously know the actors from like the original film and like other films,
Yeah.
and I didn't catch it. I didn't. I honestly didn't catch it in both viewings that they were in it. I just thought they were there to like show support. I actually posted a video of the original thing and Evan
Yeah.
together, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. It's happening in front of my face, but did not notice that he was in the film at all.
Yeah, and I think the old Reed and then the old Sue, they were both also reporters.
Okay, I have to go back
And
and watch
then and
it. It bugged me.
then and then that part when Johnny absorbed all the flames and he looks down to the construction workers, I think, down below and like salutes them. Like the two in the front are the old Johnny and then the old Ben actors.
Love that. I gotta watch it now because now it's gonna hit even harder, even though it's hit pretty hard from the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Now
yeah,
I gotta
I
watch it.
like I gotta say, if they included um like the 2000s cast in the movie, I would have lost my mind.
I honestly would have lost my shit too. Like I mean, come on. If we would have saw Jessica Alba, I think I would have lost my shit. Because unlike 2015, I do not have a problem with the 2000s one. I don't think
Oh
it's
yeah.
accurate, and I don't think like I obviously know that we could do better than that, but it's still like what we had. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that was the one we grew up with. At least we had
Yeah.
that.
So that was our childhood, and
Yeah,
that's
it's you know what I mean. It's the
yeah.
nostalgia. Like it's like when
Hmm.
people shit talk Toby Maguire, which I'll fight them on the street. You don't talk about him, but that's my Spider-Man. I don't want to hear that he was a better Peter Parker than he was Spider-Man. I want to hear nothing because like that was my Spider-Man. Okay,
Yes.
don't talk about Andrew either.
Yeah. So let's see. Where am I? Uh. So we get like a brief moment during the opening montage where they show that the Future Foundation, which is what Sue creates, she's the founder of it,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
uh, I really love that they included that in this movie because
I know.
that's more of like a modern Fantastic Four like creation in the comics. So I love that they did that.
Yeah, I love that they gave Sue like a voice and a role and not like, again, we'll reference the 2000s. Like, I mean, it's even like known facts that they were like very rude to Jessica Alba on set and told her that she didn't cry pretty enough, which a lot of problematic things back then and with all of that and not cool. And in this one, like Sue is the heart of the film. Like there is no Fantastic
Yes,
Four without Sue Storm. And they really
exactly.
they gave it up for Sue Storm. They really did her justice and like,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
for us
Yes.
girls, that's a nice win.
Yes. And we'll get more into like
Yeah.
her character more as we talk. But like that whole the whole family dinner scene just really made me happy.
It was so good. I felt like there was so much chemistry, like in every scene. Like they
Mhm.
felt like a real family to me. You know what I mean? Like they had their issues, their things, you know, but
Mhm.
it felt like a real family.
Yeah, and the fact that Ben like automatically guessed that Sue was pregnant.
Like I said, Ben and Reed really are best friends. So much so that we'll get to that later.
Yes.
Because something happens where I'm like, damn, that's real close, Ben. Ben. I don't know about all that. That was actually cuckoo bananas, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. And then the whole sequence for like the baby prep, and then that was so adorable.
With Herbie too, like
Yeah.
just baby proofing the whole house, but also like sabotaging everything that was happening for everybody else. And you're just like, oh well, sorry.
Ben legit just fell down the stairs.
Exactly.
Too
Yeah,
close.
like cool. It's fine.
Herbie. um like I really loved the scene with Reed and Sue when he's doing the test on the baby.
Yeah. And she's
And
you want to see him.
yeah, she just makes her stomach invisible, and like you can just see that he's fine, and
Yeah.
she's like, trust me, he's okay, I feel it.
Yeah.
He's just
It's
don't
cool. That was
worry.
actually really cool and just so well done how they did that. That was really, again, showcasing the powers in like a
Hmm.
badass, like positive, not
Yeah.
corny way.
It was just a really heart and one of the heartwarming moments like
Yeah,
between them. I was like, oh.
I know. They're so cute. I really love them together so much.
I know. Like they're legit my favorite couple in
Yeah,
Marvel for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I also like too that they didn't shy away from like the hardships that Sue and him have communicating wise too because of the way his brain works and because of the way he is like you know
Yeah.
like they showed you the realness of it and again that's what was the whole like reference back to me saying like he's not an easy character to nail down and I feel like they really nailed down and they didn't just make him this likable like you know knock off Tony Stark which a lot of movies would do like oh since he's going to be taking up the mantle of like leading these heroes we're just going to make him like Tony which you can do but like that's not Reed Richards it's
Yeah.
not they're so crazy different and
They
like
are.
they have their arrogance in different ways in different places you know what I mean like to me
Hmm.
Tony Storm do you hear me now I'm mixing up names Tony Stark comes off as like a narcissist like we love him but
Hmm.
he's a very narcissistic man and like we love him for it anyway he knows it
Yeah.
you know and he
Hmm.
owns that too which is not a great thing but that's fine but Reed Richards to me doesn't never really came off as narcissistic he just kind of came off as someone who was like hyper focused and like on the spectrum and like when he tells her like I think of every terrible possible scenario that's going to happen like that's what he's doing and that's why he is the way he is and he's
Hmm.
cold and you would look at him and be like, are you really thinking about giving up our baby? Which was a problem? And he was like,
Yeah.
yes, because I think of every single situation, so you don't have to, you know, which was
Mm-hmm.
great dialogue, and just they really nailed them down.
Like I really loved that scene between them
Mhm.
because it just really shows their their problems in their marriage and, like you
Yeah,
said, their communication between each other, and they're very different characters, but they work so well together.
yeah.
Like they balance each other out.
There was also like one scene that I felt like when they have to use Franklin as bait. Like in one of the scenes, they have to use him as bait, and that's like just where they were going with it. And she knew before he even said it. Like no one caught on,
Yeah.
but she knew because she
Yeah.
knows his brain. So like
Mhm.
as much as she was upset and everything else, like, she knew that this was the only possible outcome, and this is what we had to do. And like all they did was look at each other, and she knew, you know, and that's having a strong bond with someone, whether you're agreeing with them or not. Like you know
Mhm.
like what they're thinking, and like, and also though trusting their judgment with everything that you have, especially with your child, you know. So
Yeah. Their infant son who has these abilities. So,
crazy abilities, by the way.
yeah. But yeah, it was just really awesome to see, and I think both of them just nailed it
Yeah,
to the T.
I mean the casting was not wrong for this, like, and I don't care what anyone says. It was so good.
Okay, so um we get this really we get the scene after like the baby prep and everything with like the deep space transmissions where they're getting these I guess transmissions of odd
Yeah,
languages.
yeah,
So and like I love that interaction between Reed and Johnny in the lab
yeah,
because like you don't really get to see them interact that much,
yeah,
especially not in the past movies. But it was really cool seeing them interact in this way, and
yeah.
Johnny actually like wanting to like explore space and like giving Reed the spacesuit designs, and
Yes,
he's like, I
yes.
want to help. I want to do stuff.
Yeah, like Johnny really wanted to, like, he wants to be his own person, and like I love that they actually made him, you know, do that exact thing. Like, you know, I don't know.
Mhm.
They really, again, like I just, there's just so much, but we did not talk about one main factor in this movie that to me was one of the most standouts besides Sue, was Silver Surfer, which is another character who was an issue for everyone because it wasn't the male Silver Surfer, even though two things could be true at once. We
Yes.
also have a female to, and the way that this storyline works, for anyone who didn't see it, if you're listening to this and listening to spoilers, weird, but if you did not see it, it works because of her. Like it couldn't have been a male in this situation.
Right.
Like again, very good writing, and that's why we love this movie because
Yes.
everything was really thought out and fleshed out and like made sense. And honestly, like I loved her. I thought she was a huge standout for me. And don't get me wrong, like Julia Gardner is the best. So I've seen her in so many different roles. Like, so this was like a super pleasant surprise to see her as someone who's really not a crazy person. She was in Ozark, and in Ozark, it's very different from Silver Surfer and the Anna Delvey movie and like other things that she has been in. She's always kind of plays a lunatic. So it was nice to see her more calm and collective and just like hot but scary. Like a
Yeah.
sexy alien, like Johnny would say, but also like she means like she's standing on business, like 100%.
Absolutely. And she's also like very mysterious and like very focused on what she wants to do or
Yeah.
has to do.
Yeah.
So, and just like that Times Square scene with when we first see her, just it gave me chills the first time I that they showed it in the trailer. I'm like,
Like truly amazing. Like just yeah. Just like I said, like the writing was just off the hook, and like they really nailed it down with this cast. It was just so much.
right. And but yeah, like you said, the story wouldn't have worked with Norrin Rad in as a Silver Surfer,
No, it
like
wouldn't.
given what Johnny does throughout this whole movie.
Yes, I agree. It also it was a lot centered just around like a mother and like family. Like they really, you know, they always say
Yeah.
like the heart of the family is the mother. I mean, it could also be the father. I'm not discriminating, but I'm just saying like they really
Yeah.
nailed down the family aspect of this, which also
Mhm.
brings in Shala too. You know, like
Mhm.
it's like very full circle the way they handled this.
Right. And then like her origin story, like we get to see that later, but like it works out.
Yeah.
Uh, sorry, just going through this notes.
It's fine. Gab's
Like
on. Took notes the last time she saw this. She is ready. She's like, we were gonna discuss all of this.
yeah. Like you should have seen me in the movie theater. I was like,
I love that though. Like you're very prepared. Like I said to you before, journalism. That's it. That's it.
yeah. I didn't want to miss anything, so it
No,
was
go for it. Listen,
oh.
we're covering all of the things right now.
So I gotta say, I really love that throughout this entire movie, like everyone's trying to get Ben to say it's clobbering time.
Oh my god, I really, it was just amazing, truly. And I really like that he like didn't want to, and he was like, "That's the cartoon." Like I just love
Yeah.
that and then it comes at the perfect moment, you know, like that's what we
Mm-hmm.
were waiting for. We didn't want him to say it through the whole thing. We needed that moment.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely worth the wait
Yeah,
throughout the whole movie. And also like not to take it back, but it was really cool. It was really cute to see like that banter between Johnny and Ben and in the kitchen that before the
yeah.
surfer shows up. Like and Johnny's like with the little toy, like flame on, flame on, flame off.
I love it. Again, like I love that they embraced who they are. You know what I mean, and that they are these big celebrities, and like there's toys of them out. You know.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is the only time we hear flame on, flame off is through Johnny's toy.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing. It's not really necessary, you know what I mean? Like, per se.
True.
But
Like if
it's perfectly done.
yeah, if I will say if they went the entire movie and Ben didn't say it's clobbering time, I would have had an issue with that.
Of course, like he had to say it. And I love that they saved it for that moment. I
Yes.
mean, low key would have also enjoyed a Johnny flame on like moment, but I feel like they were like, we can't give them too much, you know? I don't
Yeah.
know. Like they really tried to pull back on like the cheesiness with also embracing the cheesiness like in a different and more
Mhm.
realistic way, which is the best way to put it, like a
Yeah.
contrast to the movie that shall not be named. That was just such a dark, they wanted it to be grounded so bad that it just was dark through the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and this was like, no, we're gonna make it light, we're gonna make it airy, we're gonna make it retro, we're going
Mhm.
to embrace the corniness, but we're also going to add a level of realism to these characters as well, which you have to respect, because if you go
Mhm.
back to the 2000s one, it's just corny, like we love it, but it's just like pure corniness, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like there are some good stuff in there, but it's a lot of cheese. There is cheese in this too though, because you know, Marvel has some of that. But
Mhm.
I feel like it was very grounded and very good
Yeah.
without it being super dark and like, you know, because the
Mhm.
Fantastic Four is not it's not dark. They're not dark. They're a family that of superheroes. You know what I mean? Sorry, my
Mhm.
cat is chewing insanely loud. In case anyone hears this,
You're fine.
there are 3 cats in my orbit, so if you hear anything weird, it's them, not me. Can you not?
And, like, I love that they didn't go too much on the humor like they
Yeah,
have done in, like, recent Marvel movies. Like,
yeah,
it was just enough humor to make
yeah.
us laugh.
Well, that's the thing for me too. Like, I'm not gonna drag any other movies that came out recently, but there are a lot of movies that I feel, especially superhero movies, like yes, if you're making this for families and kids to see it, there should be comic relief, there should be humor, and there is a
Mhm.
nice amount of that in this.
Mhm.
But I like that none of the humor took away from the serious moments that needed to happen. Like, you know, like we've
Yeah.
seen so many times in like Guardians and stuff where like a fart joke is made and it's just like not necessary. You know what I mean? Like if someone
Yeah.
makes like a beautiful heroic speech and then like something happens that's like makes everybody laugh. Like you're supposed to take in the speech. You know what I mean? Like there is
Mhm.
Sue Storm makes that beautiful speech when she's talking about the baby to
Yeah.
everybody. And can you imagine if that was like ruined with like a stupid fart joke or like some, you know what I mean? So I feel like
Yeah.
they directed this movie the right way. They did this the right way. Like it does have like again, like I was saying, like 2015, like that's super dark and just like depressing and like not what
Mhm.
we want from this. And you have like your cheese, but you also have like grounded, fleshed out characters, which is really all we've been asking for this whole
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
again, like you were saying too, like you were happy we didn't get an origin story. Like we got an origin story with Eternals, and like that went nowhere. Like, and we'll probably never see them again, which is really sad because it could have been better. But I'm not gonna harp on this, but you know, we have been getting origin stories from some of these new characters, and like we
Mhm.
just don't see them again. There's no like plan for after. So I feel like if they just flesh them out, because 90% of Marvel fans know these characters anyway, so just
Right.
pick up from them being that character,
Mhm.
and that's it. You know what I mean? Like you don't. Not every first movie needs to be an origin story, and I feel like Spider-Man perfectly showed us that.
Mhm.
Like you don't know about Uncle Ben? Go grab a comic on Amazon or your local comic book store and read any like Spider-Man comic, and it'll circle back to Uncle Ben. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Exactly. I
yeah,
mean, it's but, like, getting to, like, being more grounded, I really loved, Natasha Lyonne's character,
yeah,
Rachel Rosman, which
yeah,
is also kind of a nod to, Jack Kirby.
yeah. I read that.
So, like, I know a lot of people thought that she was gonna be Alicia Masters,
Yes,
which I still hope that we do get to see her at some
I do
point,
too.
but
I also was like wondering why they didn't go that route, but I was like, okay, like let's see where this leads.
yeah. I mean, Ben's had multiple, like, love interests
Yeah.
over years. It's not just Alicia, but, like, he's, been with a few characters. But it's really interesting that they went with the original character of, Rachel Rosman
Yeah.
and, like, she was a teacher of, like, all the
Mhm.
kids that he was, uh, lifting the car for, and they really had, like, a good moment, like, multiple times in this movie,
Yeah.
and
Like you
I love
feel it.
seeing that.
You do. You feel for him too, because like he just like wants or relate. Like he wants what Sue and have, like, for himself, and he deserves it, and I hope he
Yes.
gets that at some point, because, like, I just love him, and he needs to be cherished at all times.
Yeah. I also with Johnny too, like he's
Yeah.
never like settled down with anybody.
No, I love the comments who was like, just when I met someone interesting,
Interesting.
like, Johnny, please. He's so problematic, Johnny. We love him so much.
Yeah. So uh uh so now I'm finally getting to we're kind of going all over the place, so I apologize to everyone.
No, go for it. Listen,
Um
this is how we do things.
so that kind of already talked about Surfer showing up. Oh yeah. One of the cameos that I really loved seeing was that reference to Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, like those two guys in the comic office.
Yes, yes. I don't know if a lot of people caught that, because when I said this to someone, they were like, "What are you talking about?" I love that though,
I know. I was
because
like, oh,
I miss our Stan Lee cameos so much, and like trying to figure out where he's gonna place himself in every movie. So that was like a nice little, like, he's still here, you know? Because like
yes,
it actually, like when the movie was over, I got a little emotional, and I was just like, I really, like, of course I wish Jack Kirby could see this, but
yeah,
I do really wish that Stan was here to see this too, just because he
yeah,
loved Fantastic Four, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I
just like he
mean,
loved Spider-Man, you know?
mhm.
I think he would have been really happy that, like, it was an actual, they actually stuck to the source material, and like we got the movie that we've been asking for so long.
Right. And like another thing was in that scene, it said Timely Comics on the wall, and that was what their name was before it became
Mhm.
Marvel. So I was like, that's so cool.
The Easter eggs in this were popping off left and right. Like I said, I didn't even notice the original cast, and I, like,
Mhm.
now I have to go back and watch it because there was just so much to see and absorb, and like
I know.
sometimes you don't realize things until like the third or fourth watch, where you're like, wow, I this totally went over my head. Because especially like when you're going in, like, I'm sure that the first time you watch this, you're just overwhelmed by like this world that they built. Like, you're just like, whoa, I want to look at everything and just pause this right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. Like, I mean, you were there when I first saw it. I mean,
yeah,
like afterwards, I was like,
you were
what?
like, I'm very overwhelmed. I'm super overstimulated. Like, this was amazing, but I need to like calm
Yeah.
down. Especially when
Like,
they hit you with that after credit, man. You leave that movie theater and you're like, are you for real?
I know. And like, seriously, that night, we were up till like 11. I couldn't go to sleep
No,
because I was too hyped up about it.
I remember you telling me, you're like, I'm just too hyped. I don't know when I'm going to bed. Like, I can't do this. And like, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, and so like the
Yeah.
first time I watched it, it was at the world premiere, but
Mhm.
so like we're at the world premiere all day, right? So
Yeah.
it's a lot. We're on our feet for hours on end. It's amazing, don't get me wrong. But by the time
Yeah.
you sit down and watch the movie, like, and I think by the time the movie went on, it was like 9 o'clock. So like,
Yeah.
and we're like in this big theater that's like not a movie theater, but like it's like theater seats. So like you're kind of on
Mhm.
top of each other. So like
Yeah.
you're super uncomfortable. There's like no back to the chair, and you're just like, damn, I want to enjoy this movie so bad, but I'm also super overstimulated from what just happened all day, and like sitting in this little chair. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely absorbed it and loved it, and really like tried to relish every single moment, but I feel like I didn't actually get to settle in my seat and watch it until we saw it at that screening. And I
Yeah.
also was like on an adequate amount of sleep and was able to like enjoy it like much more. And I mean, I loved it from when I saw it, but I definitely didn't catch a lot of the Easter eggs that I caught the second viewing, because I was just so
Yeah.
overstimulated and over like, okay, This is amazing. What's happening? Like, brains processing all of this. So I'm happy. I'm happy that we got to experience it together too. And I feel like that was the first time I was able to take like a deep breath and really watch it like with like fresh eyes. And I just sorry, I have a house phone even though it's 2025.
Okay.
But and also it sounds like the answering machine is having a stroke. So if you hear weird talking, it's just like, I don't know why. I'm saying it at my parents while they're away, and they have this weird answering machine. But anyway, okay, I digress. But one thing I did like about this viewing too is I got to see like a lot of people. Again, sounds like it's having a stroke. I got to see everybody's reactions to it, and I felt like that was awesome. Because like you want that validation too. Like, am I the only person that thinks this is so awesome? And then you just see everyone, and they're like that after credit scene. Oh my god, I couldn't wait. I just wanted to hear everyone scream in the theater. I was so excited. Because it's like a jump scare, you know? And I was so pumped. I was like, I can't wait for all my friends to see this so they could scream.
Yeah, I mean, I screamed when Ben said it's clobberin' time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me, but
I did, actually. That's what I mean. Like, I love hearing everyone and seeing their, like, expressions. Like, you know, it's awesome. Yeah. Like, again, like, when I saw it, I was in California, and, like, I knew a few people there and stuff, but, like, I got to see this with, like, my people, like, us, you know what I mean? Like, our friends. So it was, like, a different experience, you know? Like, our diehard Marvels, you know? Plus, the New York crowd is a little bit more rowdier in the theater, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way to experience it. Like, when we went to go see Spider-Man, damn. The screaming that went on was just not even normal. Between that and I want to say Endgame and Endgame. Endgame, I thought we were going to get into a fight in the theater at one point when Thanos and Captain Marvel were fighting. We were arguing. Then when I said if he didn't have that stone, he would have never took her out. And I'll say what I say. She's still the strongest. I don't care.
Yeah, he cheated for sure.
He cheated. He totally cheated. They were like, "Oh, strongest Avenger, my ass," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay. If we didn't have that stone, it would have been over for him." Okay.
Yes.
Plus, like him and Wanda too hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Because like, as much as they say Carol is the strongest Avenger, I still believe it's Wanda. Like, Wanda's crazy strong, and she's also crazy. So like, you can't pass her crazy people.
I also agree on that too.
And that's the other thing I'm going to say. It's off topic to what we're talking about, but if we're talking Doomsday, we better get Wanda back. I don't want to hear none of this crap that she's booked doing other things. No. We get Wanda back. You're not going to give me Widow back, then you're giving me Wanda back.
Please.
Sorry. Like,
please, Marvel. Make it happen.
I still will die on this hill, Gab. I will die here. Like, we got Robert Downey Jr. back, but like, I know he's Doom, and I know he's playing a different character, and I'm acknowledging this. This is me acknowledging it. So it's not like taking away from Tony's sacrifice and blah, 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 blah. But why can't we get Natasha back? I don't want to hear it. We got Gamora back. We got Tony back. We should be able to get Natasha back. And if we do get Natasha back, I feel like if they don't want to undermine her sacrifice, it should be her just as someone else. Like, we have Robert Downey Jr. as someone else. We should have them as other people. Like, I genuinely believe Chris Evans is going to be in this movie. And I feel like he'll be, maybe he'll be the other, well, no, he's dead. The other version of Johnny Storm is now deceased, thanks to Deadpool. So, no, he will not actually be that. But I feel like he might be something else, you know?
It'd be cool to see him as a bad guy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like even give us Natasha as a bad person too, like a villain. I would be happy with.
Yeah, like the Hydra versions of Captain America and Black Widow.
I'm saying, I was low key hoping that they'd give us Henry Cavill too, but they blew that with Cavalry. I was like, oh, unless we get, you never know. You know what I mean? I really wanted to see him as like Captain Britain, but whatever. whatever. He was also rumored for Sentry at one point, and I was like not mad about it because it like makes sense.
Did not
It's
hear
like
that
evil
rumor, but
Superman. Yeah, event like before like all the leaks were coming out, they were like, it's going to be Henry Cavill, and I was like, I can get behind that. We'll take him. Give him to us.
I will say that Louis Pullman did awesome as
Amazing.
Sentry.
Truly amazing. Love him. Love Bob so much.
Yes. Bob is amazing.
Do you remember that weird rumor? What movie was it supposed to be? Was it Spider-Man where they were saying that we were gonna get Tom Cruise as Iron Man? Which movie was that? Was it Spider-Man?
Actually, I think it was Multiverse of Madness.
You're right. It was Multiverse of Madness. They were like, here's a behind the scenes of Tom Cruise. And I was like, this is insane. Like, actually insane. But then I feel like I hear the rumor coming back now for Doomsday. And I'm like, where the hell would Tom Cruise as Iron Man fit in with, like, Fantastic Four? Thunderbolts. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Doomsday and Secret Wars are going to be insane. Like,
it's really going to be insane. I feel like you have to come to New York to see it. I'm just saying.
Gosh,
you should be with us.
That, honestly.
We should all be together for this. Like, that's.
And like, thanks again for inviting Andrew and I to.
Of course, I'm going to drag you to the next one too. So just be ready. Hopefully, like, I feel like the screening went successful, so hopefully they let me host another one so we could do this again.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great. And then we could all be together and scream at the top of our lungs for what they're going to put us through for Doomsday and Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man, they did say, is grounded, and then it's so this is conflicting to me, right? It's grounded. We're not getting the multiverse factor and stuff. But then there's this major rumor that, like, Sadie Sink is Mayday Parker. So, like, if she's Mayday Parker, then Tobey Maguire is her father.
Yeah.
So, like, then
I mean, it's gotta be.
Then there is universal, like, you know what I mean? Like, then there is an issue unless she's gonna be like Gwen Stacy and they're gonna go that route, which I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I'm still hoping that this connects some way into Fantastic Four, even though I am delusional and Sony will never allow.
Like, I just want Peter to have a family again, and the Fantastic Four would be awesome.
Yeah, it would, especially now that May is gone and he has no one. Like, it would be really nice because Sue Storm could adopt another child named Peter Parker. And he's like 21, 22 years old, but it's still fine. He's a baby.
Yeah. So this, like, I also saw this rumor the other day that Sadie Sink was going to be Screwball. And I'm like, oh, please don't let that be the case.
Like, please don't. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I'd honestly rather Mayday, but I don't know if they're going to bring Toby and Andrew in, which I feel like once you gave them to us, now you have to give them to us all the time.
Yeah. They have to bring him back somehow. I
really hope so. I am going to hold out hope, though, that we will see Peter with the Fantastic Four at some point in some capacity, even if it's just like, hey, I'm Peter Parker. I don't even care. Just give me that interaction. Like, I'll take that with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
just please, something.
Just give us something, like just a little bit, you know, just enough. Yeah. Just like touch IPs a little bit, you know, like I know we're not allowed, just a little.
Like, even if it's just the scene between him and Johnny, like they're best buds in the comics.
It has to be, though, because he is going to be in Doomsday, so they have to be in the same place. They cannot not be in the same place. It has to happen. I'm holding out hope. And then did you hear too that since we're in the rumor mill, right? Like we're the superhero gossip right now. That there's talk about Namor too. I'm just gonna sip this and not say anything else.
Yes, I heard the rumors.
Yes, and
the talk about it, and I don't know how I feel.
Vanessa Kirby is like, oh, Namor, oh. Do you want to make an appearance? Okay.
No comment. Oh, exactly. Kitty.
She's like,
Hi,
I'm
Leia.
nosy and I want to see what's happening during the stream. Can you say hi and stop being annoying? Say hello. But yeah, well, we shall see. We shall see what happens.
Yeah, we can discuss that more in depth later. But yeah, it's
go. You can't climb my shoulder while I'm doing this because that's like impossible. But okay. You know you're not a baby anymore. I know he thinks you are, but you are not. Okay. This is where we're at now.
yeah.
They're like, we've been quiet for an hour, so now it's time to wreak havoc.
Yeah, I knew if my cats were in here right now that one of them would be like right here.
I have to speak. Thank you.
All right. Let's get back to
not cat butt. Get out of here. Okay, she's gone.
All right. So during that whole Times Square scene when the surfer shows up and Johnny chases after her, and by the way, I really love that shot that we saw with the surfer and Johnny.
Yes.
Like him holding onto the board. That was just cinematically beautiful.
Beautiful, really. Like, and the fact that you could like see his face in her, like he says, his face in her face.
In her beautiful face.
So good. It was cinematically beautiful. That was a scene that was,
yeah, just gorgeous. And then she talks to him in her language, and she later says that it's a blessing. It means die with yours. And like he's like after he gets back, he's so determined to figure out like what her language like translates to. And then we get this whole scene where they're trying to track her, and they end up finding other planets that were destroyed and that were previously there. And so yeah,
and I do love that like Johnny really put his heart and soul into figuring all of this out.
Yeah.
And he killed it. You know what I mean? He did it.
And I really love that they added that to his character, not just being like the guy that loves women and loves space, as he said.
Yeah, they gave him so much more depth. I feel like they, like I said, they really did justice to all of them, like especially Sue too. Like they gave them so much more to like love. They gave us so much more to love, actually.
Yes. So after finding out these planets were being destroyed, they made a plan to go up into space to confront Galactus, which...
Yeah,
oh my God.
I also feel like, Sue, baby, like, you need to stay home and not travel into space when you are that pregnant, because that's diabolical, actually.
Yeah.
Come on. I was like, what are you doing?
That was my thought when I was watching it. I'm like, you realize how pregnant you are right now? Why would you want to go into space?
I don't know. I feel like that's the last place you would go pregnant like that. That was crazy. Actually diabolical. And then we all know what happens next when she's in space.
Yeah. But like, especially like her being, I mean, I'm guessing her pregnancy would be high risk too. And then after trying for 2 years to get pregnant. So
and
like
also
I definitely wouldn't have done that.
Being like powerful beings and superheroes, like you don't really know how this is gonna roll, and to chance like giving birth to this powerful baby, like I don't know, did nobody see Twilight? Like, come on, like there could have been a lot of things bad that went wrong, like, and then you have like this is what I was alluding to before with Ben, who is Reed and Sue's apparent best friend, who cuts the umbilical cord when this baby is born. Like, I was like, I know they're close, but dude, come on. This is a lot. But I mean, it shows you that they really are close and they're a family, and they trusted him enough to do that with no questions asked either. She was like, Johnny, get the hell away from me, but then it's fine. Like,
don't strap me down.
Don't strap me down. Like, and then I was like, you need to be strapped down. You are floating in space giving birth. Do you know what that sounds like? Like, to normal people, let alone you.
Yeah.
No thanks. I'm actually good.
Yeah. And like the quick scene between Reed and Sue, like him saying that her suit is
he was bigger. Like, it's just bigger. I mean, bluer.
Bluer.
That's Reed's critical thinking coming through. Like, probably shouldn't have said that. You know?
Yeah. I mean? It's like, oh crap, did I just say that?
I also like when they made her like super suit like fit for a pregnant woman too. Like, they gave her like the little flare out. It was so cute. Like, it was just like really. I felt like with Sue too, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I've seen pushback from other people on Instagram of like, oh well, maybe we wanted to see this was. I'm just referencing like one person I saw, like, she was just like, oh, like, I wanted to see Sue Storm like before having a child and this and that, and like, it was kind of like bashing the whole mom aspect, when I felt this was such a nice like breath of fresh air that we could see women be women and doing women things. Like, sure, we didn't have that, we don't have that with Widow because she can't have children, and we're not going to have that with Yelena because she can't have children. And then you have like Hawkeye, who has a family, but his wife is a superhero in the comics, kind of, but not in the, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not the same. And then like we have Peggy, but it's different. We saw that really in the show with Peggy, but also there was a lot of like, we never really saw Peggy as like a mom, you know? Yeah. And like Peggy also was not super powered until What If, and like we never really got that Peggy until she was cut in half. So like that was not ideal. So like we never really got like the super mom aspect, and I feel like just letting a woman do woman things and like giving birth and having children is also a powerful super trait that women do. And this was such a big, like, it was just nice to like see a pregnant superhero, you know what I mean? Because like I'm gonna hold hope that we're going to see another pregnant superhero when Daredevil comes out, but she, you know, she might even just be a mom. We don't know. But if Luke Cage is coming back, there's a good chance that we get to see her super baby too. So this is what I'm saying. Like, we're getting the era of superhero moms, and I'm so fucking here for it, because for so long, like, let's reference back to the 2000s Fantastic Four, where she was just used as like eye candy. Jessica Alba, again, like, cry prettier. Like, she was helpful, but she wasn't like us, like the powerful one of the group. And like now we're getting like the super moms, and I'm fucking here for this. Like, I get it, like, if you don't have kids, I don't have kids either, but at the same time, like, it was refreshing to see a woman do women things and also handle business. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. It was great. It was really great. And it was so nice. Like, I was with my friend Dana at the premiere, who just recently had 2 little girls. And she said to Vanessa Kirby, like, thank you. Like, you have no idea what this means to me, like, as a mom, where I could like superheroes and cosplay Sue Storm and feel confident doing it. And I am a mother too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could also be a part of this as well. And I thought that was just so well done, the way they did this. And that's why when people talk shit about this, I'm like, no. Women do other things too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and we've had our era of superhero women who can't have children and can't do both and can't do that. And now we have ones that can. And that's why I say, like, I genuinely hope that, you know, when we do see Daredevil, maybe we will have a mommy Jessica Jones, which is completely different from Sue Storm, because like those are just polar opposites.
For sure. Oh my god.
But I was just like, is this gonna be like you know, the super moms where women get to actually comfortably be women. That's kind of great.
I love that we got Sue in her natural element
Yeah,
of being a mom, because that's such a huge part of her character. I mean, like,
yeah,
she is Marvel's first mother and Marvel's first lady, and she literally does everything. She does it
yeah,
all.
exactly. And I will say too, like for me, and maybe it's because like, you know, we're older and you know, we left our 20s behind. But I to me the casting, like people have made comments like, oh, like they're casting older actors, and I feel like they're casting age appropriate actors for this, because like I wouldn't
Mhm,
want to see a, like with this movie, like who wants to see a 20-year-old Sue Storm? Like, you know, they're casted accordingly, and it's also
mhm,
just like for people who have been around too, like it's nice to see the characters are also aging with us as well, which
mhm.
I really love that. You know what I mean? Like there
Yeah.
are so many other like one of the reasons, like not to put down DC, that it doesn't work is because they're just constantly scrapping and doing new younger and new and younger and new and younger, when realistically all the DC fan base wanted was for characters that you have fleshed out already to be the characters they are supposed to be. Like, so I love that they're just like, no, this is them in their element at this age, at this point, and then
Mhm.
they could just be and grow, and we could grow with them. You know what I mean? But and then like I'm sure like for the younger crowd and stuff, we should get the Young Avengers. But for me, like the Fantastic Four should be exactly the age bracket that they are in now, and I think
Yeah,
that was perfectly casted.
absolutely. And again, like the family element, like it's a huge part of their story, and
Yeah, I
we get to
mean
see
they.
that during this movie, and it's something they never done before, and something I never thought that they would ever
Yeah,
do. So we got baby Franklin, and he's adorable, and I love him.
I know he's so cute. Like that baby is just so cute. I heard it was a girl that played him.
Uh-huh.
Forgot
Mhm.
her name, but she I was like, damn, what a cute kid. So cute through the whole. I mean, the end like took me out a little bit. I was like, man, this made me sad. This is too sad for me right now. I can't handle this. But
But so yeah, when like the whole second act of the movie was probably my favorite
yeah,
out of, like, I mean, I love the whole movie, don't get me wrong, but like the second act was just so like exciting and intense, and
yeah,
it just made me so happy.
it was great. And honestly, like Galactus was the Galactus that we wanted. You know, and
Yes.
like to
Yes.
like size, legit scale was exactly what we wanted. Like that's the Galactus that I wanted. Like he was scary. He was
Yes.
the voice on that man. Whew, it's crazy because he like just sounds like that too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that
Just
just comes out
perfect.
of you. It's kind of crazy. Like
Just terrifyingly awesome.
perfect. Like I said, like damn casting. Like someone needs to kiss casting on the mouth because they really
Yeah.
did such a good job. And just like to me he was perfect. Like, and so many people were like, am I even gonna see Galactus, or is it just like him walk like his butt, like does he? And I was like, yeah, no, you see him, like he gets a nice amount of screen time,
Yeah.
you know.
And he, like, down to like, I love that they did a practical suit for
Yeah,
his look, and like down to like the smallest like details, like the little rivets in
yep,
his costume and the helmet, just everything. It's just mind blowing, and I just love that we got him in his true form and not a freaking space cloud this
I
time.
know, I know, because it could have been that way too. But I don't even wanna
Yeah,
bring it up again. But
yeah,
it was great. Like I felt like
yeah.
it also felt very natural, like like the whole thing. And like Galactus
Mhm.
is it's a hard he's a hard character to like bring to life, and like it be grounded and it still be good, and like it not be
Yeah.
cheesy, you know what I mean? And they
Mhm.
really they did it. Like, they really did it. They pulled it off.
Yeah, and that it made me so happy, like seeing him and like just the magnitude of him and like like his what he says to the Fantastic Four, like what he truly wants is
Yeah.
Franklin and
Yeah.
his power. And that just like I mean, I before the movie even came out, I had a theory that anyway that Galactus would be after Franklin because of
Yeah.
the amount of power that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because in the comics, like he just sits on his ship and he lets his machine like destroy a planet for him. He doesn't actually have to walk on the planet
Yeah.
to like consume it. So I'm like, why else would he be on walking through the streets of New York City? So I'm
he
like,
was going for that baby. He didn't care.
Yep. Just
he
take
was
this stroll.
buildings down with him. He didn't care. He wanted that baby.
Yep.
Then they tried to punk him out, and he still was like, "No, I'm going for the baby."
Nope.
But joke's on him. He's the one that got punked at the end by Sue. So
we'll get into that. But but yeah, just when they confront him and they say like they try to say that their baby doesn't have any powers, like retested him and he's like he hides his nature from you and like what?
like, whoa, we didn't even meet this baby yet. Now he's already hiding shit. Like, this is Reed's worst nightmare right now. When Reed's like, can you just like show me who you are like right now? Like, would be really nice. So I have an idea, please.
That was a really cute scene too.
Yeah.
Between them. And but like as they're talking to Galactus, like you could just see the fear and looks on their faces like what? Like you want to take our baby from us? Like what are you talking about?
Then he even says like if he was old enough he would pick this too. And I'm like, damn, like this baby's not even here yet. Like, calm down. Like, no one's giving you their baby. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like when the whole city was like flipping out on Sue, I was like, I wouldn't give you my baby either. So shut up.
Yeah. And she like force fields the TV and destroys it. She's like,
listen,
okay, turn it off.
You're not telling me that I have to give you my baby. Sorry.
No.
Like not even my cats. You're not getting my cat. So like,
no.
Sorry, good luck. No thanks. And that's of course like what I love the most too is like mothers will go to the ends of the earth for their kids.
Absolutely.
Did we not learn anything from Wanda?
Right.
Those weren't even really her kids.
Yeah, exactly. But to her, they were real.
They were real, so that was it.
So, yeah, I mean, there's not much of anything that can stop a mother's love for her child. So that's definitely shown, like, in the last part of the movie. So, and, like, it's really, like, crazy that Sue even went up to space to begin with, like we said. And Galactus literally makes her go into labor, and they're forced to retreat back to the ship to get away from him.
He's like, give me that baby right now, actually.
Yeah, like right now.
I want the baby now, right this minute. So give it to me.
Oh god. Like that whole scene was just so intense. I'm like, and even when she was in labor, she was like force choking her.
I was just like, damn. And I also like that they didn't hold back to show you like how strong Sue really is, like throughout the whole film. Like it was not just at the end where she's got like the super strength, like you know that she's like super strong, like from the jump.
Yeah.
Like when she is turning turning the ship invisible while she's giving birth is enough indication to show you the threshold that Sue Storm actually has.
Yes. Yes.
And
absolutely.
also letting Ben cut the umbilical cord is pretty strong of her, because I don't know how I feel about Ben being all down there and stuff.
Yeah. Especially in space, like everything's floating and around, and
yes, exactly. Yes. I was like, oh wow, okay. They're real close. That's a little too close for me, Ben. I don't know. But then again, I don't think I would want Johnny down there either if that was my brother. So either way, I guess Ben is the lesser evil in this situation.
I mean, there were really no other options, because Reed was there being the good husband, comforting her and everything. So
no, someone had to do it. It had to be Ben. But I was still like, damn, this is a crazy situation. When she was like, it's not supposed to be like this, I was like, no, the hell it's not. No one is supposed to be giving birth in space, dude. What are you doing? This is why you don't travel to space when you are like 8 months pregnant. Like, do we know how pregnant she was? Was she 8 months pregnant? Was she 9 months pregnant? I mean, she was pretty pregnant.
Yeah, I would say she was probably between 8 and 9 months, I would say. I mean,
I don't
they
think
don't really confirm it.
I don't think you should travel to space if you're a week pregnant, but
yeah.
What do I know?
So it was like that whole scene, like her giving birth while them trying to escape the Silver Surfer, and also trying not to die from the neutron star that they were trying to slingshot around.
Yeah.
Like, just the visuals in that scene were just, again, so beautiful and just jaw-dropping.
It really was. It
reminded me of Interstellar in a way.
Yes, absolutely. It was just really, really beautiful the way they did everything. Honestly, even the way they did Times Square, like bringing it back and that, just looking at it, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Talked about that. Like that moment, like after Franklin's born and she says his name and then she immediately looks at Johnny. I'm like, oh. Like he didn't even have to say anything. He like the way that they looked at each other was like really sweet moment between them.
Cute. It was so cute.
And then like them returning to Earth and immediately going into a press conference.
Yeah, that was
not knowing what they're gonna say or nothing, no speech.
I was just like, I wouldn't tell them shit right now. Just go upstairs.
Right.
You know, Reed again is very literal and will, you know what I mean? He's not Reed.
Brutally honest.
Reed will not read the room. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, he's notorious for that.
Yeah. I was like, shut up and go upstairs. Don't tell these people anything right now.
Yeah, and all he ends up doing is freaking him out because he literally says, well, he tells them that they didn't defeat Galactus.
Yeah.
And
they're like, are we safe? And he's like,
I don't know.
Sorry.
And that's literally like very unsettling when you hear Reed Richards say something like that.
Yeah, you know, people are looking to you for answers and you're like, I don't know, like he wants my kid, so we're not giving it to him.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Obviously.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. At that point, we see the Surfer going back to Galactus after being gone for a month, after she was sucked into the neutron star. And, like, rightfully so, he gets a little mad at her for losing the ship and the kid, not getting the kid for him. So, like, again, just that showcasing his, like, what he can do is just spot on. And then meanwhile, the team's trying to figure out how, like, they're gonna stop Galactus, and Breed's like, I got nothing. Like, I'm clueless here, and like you can tell that they're not used to him being that way, and it's very interesting that we got that side of Reed Richards, because he's always on top of it, like all the time. Like, he locks himself in his lab to all hours, endless hours, trying to figure out this problem, whatever it is. And like this time, he's in this movie, he's just very burdened, and just he's working every part of his brain to
he's also like determined to like save the world and protect his family, and that's like a really tough spot to be in, because like there is a right there, it's not that there is no right answer, but like you're, as a human and not a superhero, you are going to protect your family, you know what I mean? And like it's him trying to separate the two, which is a really hard thing, especially for someone who's so literal, and their one job has been like, we have to save our planet and we have to save our people, and then you have this baby now that you're like, this is my planet, my people, my world, and it's hard, you know, it's a hard decision to make. And it's, I mean, it's like very clear, like that Sue is like, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it, and I understand, because like, and I don't have kids, but I know that if I did have kids, I would be the same way. Like, I don't know, like, I want to help you, but like, I'm not.
My family comes first.
Baby. You know, and I feel like Johnny and Ben are also very much on that train too, of like, we'll figure it out, but like, we're not giving up the baby. And like, I don't think Reed wants to, I'm not saying that Reed wants to, but it's a possibility that Reed has explored, while of course the other ones are like, that's not the answer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's he's in a tough spot. Reed is really like trying here. And then in that scene too, like he does try to fight Galactus, which is where we actually see, I want to say, the most of Reed's stretching abilities, was when he was like going to fight Galactus, and then I was like, please don't turn him into spaghetti. I don't want to see any of that. And it was real close. He was almost spaghetti string. It was not cool. I was like, the trauma from Multiverse of Madness is coming back. Please put him down. I cannot handle it.
Just somebody do something.
Someone please. That's when he was like, it's clobbering time. I was like, please just stop this. I can't look at it. I don't want to look at it, actually. Yeah. But again, like I feel like that's where we really got to see like Reed doing like Reed, you know, stretching and being Mr. Fantastic, which is like a really, it's not an easy task to not make it look weird, and they did a really good job. And I felt like they were like, how could, in this moment, like how could we showcase this power that we've highlighted his brain throughout the whole movie, but let's show them like how far we could push it. And I thought that was really interesting how they did that. It hurt my stomach a little bit, but it was also though like also seeing them past their limits at that point, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And like we all know like how like he can stretch like pretty far, like even though like Galactus was literally like pulling him like that, like it was against his will, so it kind of makes sense why it would be like painful for him. Yeah. And like even like in the costume you could see it like ripping and everything. So like it was really well done. I like, again,
so many details too that like you could miss, but it was just so well done.
Yeah. Okay. So we get a quick little scene between Johnny and Sue. Like, again, I really loved those brother-sister moments between them. Where Johnny was showing Sue the recording, and then he's like, I'm going to Rosetta Stone this and figure it out. And she's like, okay, you go, brother.
Yeah, like they really, like I said, they really sold it, like as brother and sister. You know what I mean? Like they really.
Yeah.
And then like you see like the little like annoying things that they do to each other, like when she like just appears on the bed and scares the shit out of both of them. Like that's such a big sister thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was funny though. She just appeared out of nowhere and scared the crap out of him.
It's great. It was really great.
Yeah. And so at that point, Galactus is getting closer slowly to Earth. Like everyone starts freaking out even more, and they come up with this plan to, well, actually, let me back up. Take that back. They don't have a plan, and then that's when Reed is like when they're all sitting at the table, and you can see Sue looking at Reed, like going through his thoughts in his head, and he's like, I'm not saying anything, and she just like kind of storms off and gets Franklin, and that's when they get into that really, really awesome like argument between them, which was,
it hurts me when you are
you being you hurts me.
Yeah.
And like there's been several instances in the comics where he has hurt her just by being who he is, and it's really sad to see that happen, but it's also kind of relatable as well, like for people that are married and like relationship like issues and communication issues, and
of course it's, and that's really like a highlight for me in that too, because like, you know, it's nice to show like the perfect family and the perfect couple and but that's not real. Like everybody has their shit. It doesn't matter if they're superheroes. It doesn't matter. Like everybody has their shit. Everybody has problems. And that's like, and the other part of that too, which I will say is like reverting back to what we were saying, that they have mentioned that he has had Asperger's in the comics. People with, you know, there are communication issues sometimes with people with Asperger's. It's a very real thing, especially that they do take everything so literal. And when he says, like, I think of all the scenarios that you don't have to, that is a common thing, because a lot of people that have Asperger's are highly intelligent, and some of them are even geniuses. Like, you know what I mean? Like two things could be true at one time. And like, sure, it's considered a disability, but it's sometimes it's really used to your educational advantages, you know what I mean? And I feel like in Reed's case, like he is now super powered and has this brain that he's always had, and it's just like more so, and that can cause issues between two people. Like you have critical thinking and you have someone who's emotionally thinking now that there's a baby involved, and that's but even like any scenario, being with someone who's like that all the time is going to cause some kind of turmoil within you. Enter Namor, which we don't need him. He could stay in the ocean.
No, he can stay far away from Sue. Just please.
Please, we don't need you.
We don't need that. I don't want that.
So if they brought him in and they just did like light flirting as like a funny little like nod to it, I would be okay with it because it would be funny. Yes. But I don't want to see anything happen between the two of them. And supposedly, comic book nerds, nothing did actually happen between the two of them. So we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there.
Please no.
No.
Please no.
No cheating.
No.
In the Fantastic family. Okay? No.
Please no.
No, okay. Thank you.
I'm glad we can agree on that.
No, I have no interest in seeing her with Namor. I think it would be funny if they had him flirt with her and be annoying, and like Reed just be like annoyed with him, and they end it there, because again, nothing really happened between them anyway, dying on that hill. But you know what I mean? So like it would be funny, especially if we're gonna have all these people like fighting. I just,
Mhm.
my one hope though for Doomsday is that we get another Portals-like sequence like we did in Endgame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like I just
Like them
want to
all
have it.
fighting, banding together to fight Doctor Doom. Like,
And then I would really like one more portal to pop up and it be the goddamn Defenders because they should have been in
yes.
Avengers Endgame, and I will stand on that and die on that hill too because I'm
Yes.
still sad that they were not there. But now that
I
we're
know.
getting Spider-Man and the Punisher together, they're together. And Disney owns them now.
Yes.
Maybe there's a possibility like they'll be brought in, which as they should. They should be treated as Marvel superheroes. Sorry.
Yes.
And if you haven't watched Jessica Jones or any of the Defenders or Daredevil, I don't know what you're doing. You should stop this and start that right now.
Like, I've been binge watching it, like all of them lately. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
went back
good.
to Jessica a few weeks ago, and I was just like, damn, this is so good. We better get another season, man. I'm so happy. Listen, I'm very grateful that we're getting her in Daredevil, but it's not going to be enough for me. So I would really like
we need
to
more.
just get another season. And like, honestly, I want Trish back. I want to know right now what Trish is doing. Like, you're not thinking about it. You're like, where's Trish? What is she doing?
Yeah. I mean,
She's
we know
still in
she's in the
jail?
raft, but
yeah,
that's it.
that's it. Like, can we like someone call Trish and find out how she's doing? Because like, it's really bothering me. Like, what's Jessica been up to? Where are they?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
I've also been watching Daredevil as well.
That is the right answer.
Yes.
That is the right answer.
Good plan, Anthony.
Yeah. And then watch Punisher while you're at it, since, you know, he's coming into Spider-Man. They're actually filming his special now in the city.
Yeah. I saw that.
I'm excited. I love him so much.
Yes. He's like, again, perfect casting for that role.
I mean, everyone is very concerned that we're not going to get the Punisher that we got in Daredevil. And I mean, everyone needs to play fair on this because, like, this is a Spider-Man movie. So, no, you're not going to get that Frank Castle. And it makes sense. Again, it's a Spider-Man movie. But if you're going to give me Frank Castle, honestly, at this point, I'll take him whenever we could get him. Let's be real here. Like, and I do want to see the dynamic between Spider-Man and Frank because I know we're going into a different subject, but this is real fast.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's hope we see Fisk too, because that's what we need. Like, that would make sense. And then, you know, like, because you have to think about it this way too. This is what bugs me about Daredevil and bugs me about all the other shows. Where the hell is Spider-Man? Where is Spider-Man?
Yes.
He is from Queens. Do you think he doesn't know what's going on? He's literally web swinging around the city, and he doesn't know that all of these major events are happening. Like,
right.
Where is Spider? He's in New York. Like, he lives here. Like, does he just like, oh, they got it. It's fine. Like, screw those guys. They're like knockoff Avengers. I don't need to be bothered with my time there. No, because Peter Parker would never do that. So, like, where is he? Like, the last episode of Daredevil, when he was like, I need an army, I was like, you need Peter Parker and, like, the rest of the Defenders.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even swing by at any point to be like, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? Everything cool? Like, what's up with this new mayor? Why is Fisk mayor? Yeah,
I mean, Fisk even mentioned Spider-Man, like, very subtly, but
yeah, but I mean, you have to acknowledge him, but like acknowledging him and then not showing him is weird because like so many things are happening and he's just not involved. Like, Spider-Man's involved in everything. He's nosy. Like, what do you mean? He would know what's happening in the city. Like, it drives me crazy that we have to separate Spider-Man. Literally, Marvel, Spider-Man. You think you say Marvel to someone on the top of their head, the first thing they're going to answer to you is Spider-Man. Yes. Where is he? We are Sony, just give us back
Spider-Man.
Just give us back Spider-Man, goddammit, and put him with the Fantastic Four. Please. He needs a family.
Yes.
I mean, I'm so tired of this. he should be helping the defenders and not Peter Parkering. And he should meet the first family. He would be really happy. They didn't come here yet, so it's okay. But
Yeah.
then also, this is interesting too. I was reading this. I don't know if you saw this article too. That at the end of Thunderbolts, that it doesn't correlate to like what we saw in Fantastic Four, which it doesn't because they're not leaving. But also strange that was the ending. That was the after credit they picked for Thunderbolts. If they never connected.
Yeah.
So like it was like I'm guessing it's a time jump.
Yeah. I mean, it's Thunderbolt. That post credit scene takes place like, was it like 18 months after or something?
Yeah.
So.
And they're from a different Earth, so like it's so interesting how to interpret this at this point, because I really truly believed like at the end of Fantastic Four we were going to have a solid conclusion to why we saw the ship in Thunderbolts, and it did not connect.
Yeah, I mean I have a theory on what I think it is, and which we'll get to when we talk about the post credit scene, but like it's, I don't know, like it could be so many different things.
Yeah.
At this point. Like I don't know where they're going to go with it.
I know. It's like very interesting because like I think everyone left Thunderbolts like, oh, okay, now we're going to see like how this goes into this, and it's just like, no, we're not getting that.
Yeah.
I thought at least one post credit scene would be something leading into like what the hell that was, and we don't know. Now we're left a whole year without knowing what the hell that meant if it doesn't carry over into Doom.
Yeah. Okay. So let me get back to where I was. So honestly, one of my favorite parts of this movie was Sue's speech to all the protesters. It was, oh my god, it like made me cry almost.
It was so good.
It was amazing, and like I love that they portrayed her. She portrayed her as such a emotionally strong, physically strong woman.
Yeah.
And who's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her family safe and to protect her child. And like I love that she just walks out of the Baxter building with Franklin and in front of all those people and be like, so I want to introduce you to my son. There's a lot of talk about him lately, and like here he is. Look how cute he is.
Like, look, he's so cute, and this is who you're all protesting. This little baby feels stupid. Okay, everyone, love him. Like I love him too.
And but yeah, that whole speech it was just really moving and heartwarming, and like a little bit sad in a way because she goes into like her backstory and about when her and Johnny were kids and they lost their parents, and she's like, I know what it's like to be part of a broken family or torn apart, or family that's torn apart, and like I really love how she is able to like connect with the people out there and really let them know that like she's not, like she said, I'm not going to sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice the world for my child.
Of course. And
so like after that she like gets their trust back and ends up giving Reed the idea that he's been trying to figure out this whole time.
Yeah, of course.
He's like, Sue, you figured it out. Let's move Earth somewhere else.
And it was a really good idea at first, but it just didn't pan out. It just, that's not the way
unfortunately
it actually worked out.
But yeah, but especially when she said, like, referring to her mom, what she said to her, I was like, oh,
I know.
I would move heaven and earth for you.
I mean, listen, it all comes down to family.
Yes. Family was definitely the main
The,
theme if you
the
didn't
key.
already figure that out.
True. Absolutely, actually.
Mhm. So it's really amazing that they were able to like gather like the entire planet to build all these bridges
Yep.
and to work together the way that they did in that short amount of time.
I know. They
And
really didn't have that much time to do all that.
I know,
It was like it was a really quick turnover. I was like, oh, I don't know about this, guys.
but they did it, and when they ran the test, they had to initiate a power curfew in order
Yeah.
to preserve power to do the teleportation of the planet. And unfortunately, Silver Surfer destroys that
Yeah.
chance when she destroys all the bridges like within like 10 seconds.
Yeah. She just kind of took everything out. And I was like, damn, goddamn. Like, she's quick.
Yeah, like
And the
insanely quick.
surfboard is not a part of her body.
No. I love that. But and that's when Johnny confronts the surfer and like literally offers himself as a sacrifice and like in place of Franklin to try to save the planet. And he
Yeah.
also tells like that's after he figures out what her language is and everything. So
And what the
it's
hell she's saying.
yeah. And it's really funny when Ben said how he barely understands the English language.
It's so good. It really is so good. It's like too good, actually. Oh, Johnny.
Like again, he nailed it. And the whole like backstory we get into Shalabal and like her origin as becoming the Silver Surfer and the fact that she was a scientist and a mom as well. Like
Yeah, that was crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy, like very full circle.
Mhm. Like yeah, like you said.
Heavy
And
on the family themes, which I like that they really stayed true to it.
mhm,
And honestly, the mom bonds too. Like it's real, you know?
yeah. And he basically uses her own language against her and translates all the messages from the planets that were trying to find her, but also the messages that the planets that were destroyed.
I know that was so sad.
So, and she definitely couldn't take it. Like she screamed and just
Yeah,
left.
I feel like she did a lot of compartmentalizing at that point when she was doing this.
Mhm.
But I mean, you can also argue too that it's not her fault. She is forced to do
Yeah.
these things. It was crazy too when he was like, you are the one that picks
Mhm.
who he like consumes,
Yep.
which is crazy.
And like you could tell that she feels awful for sacrificing all those worlds, but she had to because it was her job.
Yeah,
So that's like a huge part of not just her character, but even Norrin Rad as well, because he had the same guilt and everything. So like you really connect with her in this
yeah,
movie as well.
absolutely. I thought she was great. I mean, I think she is great anyway.
Mhm.
But
All
like
right.
her as an actress is just out of this world.
Like I don't think I've seen her in anything else. I didn't watch Ozark.
Ozark, she's crazy. She's actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, very, very different than Shala.
Yeah, I believe it.
Did you ever see her in anything? She was also in like the show about Anna Delvey, another lunatic.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it was good.
So at that point, like going back to what we said earlier, that scene where they're realizing that the only plan they have left is to use Franklin as bait, and
Yeah,
that's very unfortunate for them. Like you said, they knew just by looking at each other, just that was the only plan. And Johnny and Ben immediately objected, like, I hate that plan. That's a stupid plan.
yeah. It's a
And
terrible plan, actually.
Reed's just looking to Sue for reassurance, and she's like, I know.
And she flips out. Yeah, which anyone would. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's your kid. You don't want to use your kid as bait. You know?
Yeah. It's a very natural response.
Yeah, I mean, all of us would be like Sue.
Mm-hmm. So they use the last remaining bridge in the middle of Times Square to lure Galactus in and put Franklin right in the middle of it and open the wormhole or portal, whatever,
Yeah.
to teleport him away. And so that's the only plan they got at this point. And so they figure, like, Galactus, he's just gonna come right through everything, so we need to evacuate everyone.
I know. He's got it.
And so they turn to Mole Man for help, which I really loved that he got to help out with this.
Yeah.
And I think that whole exchange between Mole Man and Reed and like the whole team is just hilarious.
It's so good. I love when he moves everybody underground. So crazy.
And like I wish we got, because I read something, or I saw an interview with Vanessa that she said that she did a scene with Mole Man where she was just like went down to Subterranean, casually talked to him or something like that. I was like, I would love to have seen that.
I know. That, you know, I did hear though that they did cut a lot of stuff out of the version that we got to see, and I think it was just because of timing and stuff, you know, like they had to push the movie out because of other movies and stuff that were going on. And like it makes me kind of sad because I was very surprised when I saw the runtime, and I'm like, that's pretty short for like an introduction Marvel movie, you know what I mean? Like, so hopefully we get an extended cut on you know, or something, or deleted scenes, like something that we could see.
Because I really would have loved to see like more, of course, of Mole Man and John Malkovich, and then like that scene in the trailer between Ben and Sue. Like they kept showing it, but that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to have seen that, because that seemed like a really sweet moment between the two of them, and like I want to see that. I want more.
Of course, yeah. I know. I kind of hate when they show us stuff in the trailer and it's not there.
Yeah. They did that with Infinity War.
I know. I know they did. They did, and they did a lot of like editing things out too.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, we're almost done, I promise. And so, at this point, Galactus has arrived in New York, and so they come up with this plan to like I said, to teleport him away, leave Franklin right in the middle to lure him in. I love that team up moment when Sue and Johnny use their powers to blind him.
Yes.
That was really
good.
cool.
Very brother and sisterly moment.
Yeah. And then Johnny just takes Franklin away to the Baxter building with Herbie. And like even that moment with Herbie and Franklin, like him singing a lullaby to him.
I know. That was I love Herbie's lullaby. I'm also really upset that I never got that popcorn bucket because I really wanted it. But I was like, I cannot pay like $250 for this on eBay right now. Like, but it's so cool.
I know.
It even has the projector. Like, I was freaking out.
Right.
I love Herbie so much.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get to see.
We did say that before. Like, the only time we get Flame On is through Johnny's toy that Ben crushes in his hands. So, but
I am happy that we finally got to see him say Clobber times.
Yes, at least but I'm saying I felt like they were like, pick one, which one do you want? And I feel like it's Clobbering Time is more important than Flame On.
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. So, like they try everything in their like power to try to stop him from like getting to Franklin. Like Ben throws an oil truck at him and Johnny ignites it and he just keeps walking like it's nothing.
Yeah, he is so unfazed by all of them. He's like, okay, small people, like please stop.
Yeah. Clever little bugs.
He's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I'll just take the baby and go.
They're trying to like burn his eyes out. And he's like, yeah, all right.
Okay, whatever.
Cool. Yeah. They did this on the other planet I ate yesterday. Like, thanks, Galactus. Really cool.
Yeah. And I like the whole thing that they did with the Fantasticgrl. Like when Sue was driving and flying it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
The Fantasticgrl, I also honorable mention. They did a really great job with that.
Oh, awesome. Like you can actually drive it and fly it. So it's perfect. It's so well done. And so at that point Galactus gets Franklin. He like literally rips him out of his carrier, baby carrier, and just he's like, you are my salvation, my deliverance from this endless hunger. And that's when Sue gets to have her big moment and just really unleash her full rage and power on him. And honestly, God, I love seeing that.
It's so it's so badass, and it was like the perfect way to show everyone how strong Sue really is and how far she'll go for that baby and her family. Let's be real, and it was really a superhero moment that needs to be remembered because she really is like the heart of that family, and she is, in my opinion, the strongest.
I mean, Dr. Doom has even said himself that Sue is the strongest, and I've always said that. I mean, given what she can do, I mean, the movies up to this point have not showed Sue's true potential.
No, it's more the invisible factor than the force field factor, and that always kind of annoyed me.
Yeah, and like, I mean, she can do pretty cool stuff with her invisibility, but it's really the force fields that make her so much more powerful.
Yeah.
And like I don't think she's even scratched the surface on what she can really do. So, and I know a lot of people have been saying like, oh, she's too overpowered in this scene. Like she couldn't do that. I'm like, have you read a comic at all?
Yeah, like, hello. I love when they do that because then it's like, oh, cool. Like, what are you basing that off of? Nothing, because she's another woman in Marvel. So like, she can't. Why would she be able to do that? They really don't. Like, do you remember the whole debate of like Captain Marvel being the strongest Avenger when it was literally written how many times in how many comics? Like,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be the strongest Avenger. I don't believe that that's true anymore because I really do feel like it's Wanda, but I don't know. You know, we don't know.
Yeah. It's
It's like a
it's
toss up
debatable.
between the two of them, you know. So,
Yeah.
but there was a whole big thing about that too, where they were like, "Oh, please, like she's not the strongest," and I was like, she could have defeated Thanos on her own, but he cheated. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, and
he's a cheater.
yeah, and just oh gosh, I just loved seeing her portrayed this way. Finally, she
Yeah,
gets the respect and love that she deserves. Like
absolutely.
I feel that she's always been like really underrated, and
Yeah, I feel like
she's
she's always overlooked too. Like even like comic nerds and stuff, like they always sleep on Sue Storm, and it's like
mhm,
you shouldn't because she is
yeah,
so strong. Like,
yeah,
and I like that we're finally getting to see like what these characters can actually do, especially the women characters.
yes,
It's like about time, you know.
yeah, finally.
It's about time, like you know.
And I was like as excited as I was to see Sue Storm. Like I was also just uh I was the most concerned about her and how she would be portrayed in this movie.
Yeah,
So I was just really relieved and so happy that they did her justice finally. So
yeah, and they did. They absolutely did with this one. They really, that end scene is just, it's so good. She really put
yes.
every ounce of power that she had into that, and I
Yeah.
mean, we find that out later, but
Yeah. And
it's,
so much so that I mean, with a little bit of help from Ben knocking down the pillars of that
mm-hmm,
building, she was able to push
mm-hmm,
Galactus through the portal. Unfortunately, he starts to come back through, and
yeah,
that's when the surfer comes out of nowhere and just like,
kicks him in. She was
yeah,
just like, bye,
just
but we
just
almost got,
when,
like, it was almost Johnny who made the sacrifice for them,
yeah,
which I loved, and then I
hmm
loved that she pushes Johnny out of the way. Like, I was
you're
like,
like,
please, like, she
yeah,
just knocks him out of the way, and like he said
yeah,
to her, like, don't you want to do good? Like, and there she is, you know.
yeah, and just like right in his chest, just I
So good.
was like, okay,
But with all
so
that being pretty much, Galactus is not dead, and neither is she.
yeah,
Oh.
he's too big of a villain to just have a one and done.
Yeah, and you know that it's so interesting too because I've seen from people who I feel like didn't really understand what was happening, like they weren't paying attention to what that contraption actually was. Like they were relocating him, like they were just like, "Oh, it's so unbelievable that they just defeated Galactus like that." And I'm like, "But they didn't defeat Galactus. They
Yeah,
relocated
yeah,
Galactus." Like, you know what I mean? Like
hmm
that's not what happened. And this, so they're not dead. So like
yeah.
we will, I'm
Well,
sure we'll see the Silver Surfer again, and like
and
we'll
Galactus,
see Galactus again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
calm down.
he
Calm down, people. Give
yeah,
Sue her
he
flowers and shut up. Because they were all like,
yeah,
"Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe that she killed Galactus." I'm like, "But she did. It's not wasn't. They didn't die. Like,
no,
calm down.
yeah, it's it,
They're still a threat. Like, they're just not a threat right now."
yeah. I mean, we'll have Doctor Doom next to deal with, so
Exactly. And who
he
knows?
just
Like, I'm sure at one point Galactus will resurface, and we'll see.
hmm
Maybe that's Secret Wars.
or a sequel,
Exactly. Or Fantastic
so
Four 2.
or something. Like I just want more, but I'm just as excited to see Doctor Doom, honestly, because he's my favorite villain.
Yeah.
So he's definitely one of the best,
Victor
if
Von
not the
Doom.
best villain
So
of
I'm
all
gonna
time.
ask you, since we're alive and people are listening, how do you feel about Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom?
Okay. Um, Honestly, when I first saw the announcement, I was like really confused
Yeah,
because
I'm still a little confused, but yeah.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I love Robert Downey Jr. He's
Of
an
course.
amazing actor. I just
Don't get the
I
angle.
just
Yeah.
couldn't really see him as Doctor Doom. Like it just wasn't it definitely wasn't the actor that I thought that they would choose. Like he wouldn't even have been on the
No, me
list
neither. I
for
wouldn't have
me.
even, I honestly wouldn't have even thought of him ever.
Yeah, so when they announced him at San Diego Comic-Con, I was like, "What?
Yeah, like,
What what
is
is
this a
this?"
punk? Like, are we getting punked? Because, like, it just didn't feel real.
I know.
I don't hate it if it has the right writing and the right angle
Yes.
for it. I'm
Mhm.
very confused in a sense of it being like we are sticking so close with the source material when it comes to like Fantastic Four and certain other Marvel movies, but like where are they going with it? You know what I mean? Like that's just my question. Like
Yeah.
where did you get this? And like is it going to be jarring for us to see him playing this? You know, like are they going to
Mhm.
spin it and acknowledge Iron Man? Like I have so many questions. I don't
I
know. You
I
know what I
know.
mean? Like I don't hate
Yeah,
it. I don't want to say that I hate it. And as we get closer, I'm like more and more excited to see what they're going to do. But I'm just like
mhm.
still like, you know,
A lot
what?
yeah, a lot of questions.
Okay. And it's like
So,
they're
yeah.
not being answered. They're just like it's fine. And you're like, all right.
Alright,
Okay.
okay, we'll we'll trust you, but
Yeah, like all right. And you now you have to reference the end credit scene because we have to talk about that quick.
yes, yes, so, yeah. So, post-credit scene was just insane. A huge time jump, by the way,
Yeah.
4
We
years
okay,
into the future.
not to cut you off, but
Mhm.
weren't you a little surprised that Valeria wasn't in the scene? Do you think she's pregnant with Valeria? Because I feel like
Possibly.
Doom and Valeria also like
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
pretty close. I mean, like, they have to introduce Valeria at some point
yeah.
because of her connection with Doom, but, like, there is kind of, like, a age difference between
Mhm.
Franklin and Valeria, so I imagine that Valeria is not too far behind
Yeah.
if it's that much of a time jump at this point. But regardless, um, I really love like this nice moment that's soon to be interrupted by Doom between Sue and Franklin reading him a book
Yeah.
and
That book too, which was funny.
yeah, and so she finishes it and it's the Hungry Caterpillar, which I was read that book a lot as a kid and um so I was like, oh, and I love that that book is it relates to like evolution and going through change and
Yep.
like how that kind of relates to Franklin's story and him becoming this space god
Oh,
in the
yeah,
future.
exactly. Yeah.
So I love that they did that. And then what's even cuter is that Sue gets up and tries to find the other book that Franklin loves, and Herbie's like, "This one?" And it's the Charles Darwin book, which is also
So
about
funny.
evolution. I was like,
This
"No, not that one."
no, no, no.
And then she comes back, and we hear this like ominous music come on, and she rounds the corner, and like I love that she immediately puts use uses her force field, like activates it, and is just like slowly walking up to it, and we see the green cloak and the mask, and Franklin just lip
Yeah.
touching Doom's face. Like, oh my god.
It's crazy.
Like
And we all know that it wasn't Robert Downey in that scene because they would have had to pay him billions of dollars to just appear for 2 seconds.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I know why they didn't show his face. They couldn't afford to show his face after they blew that much money on him to be Doctor Doom.
Right. Like, that would have been half their budget. It's just
seriously, it would have been half the budget just to have that 2-second, like, hey.
Yeah. But either way, it was just so exciting
fun
to see that.
because now
Oh my
you know,
God.
like, it's happening. You know, like,
Yeah,
this is where we're going.
But like, do you think he was just touching his face, or do you think he was healing it?
I don't know.
Because
I
I've
really
heard that
don't.
theory.
Could have been. He could have been. I mean, like, what is he looking for? That's like the whole thing, right? Like, what is he looking for in Franklin? So I guess that's what we'll actually find out. And like, you also have to think too, like, if Franklin was in her womb and he was hiding his nature from them from the beginning as a child, you know that he kind of already knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, he's that geniusy, you know what I mean? Like, he knows what's going on before you even speak it. Then
yeah,
it's,
I mean, he is Reed's son, so he's
yeah,
insanely smart already for a 4-year-old.
I mean, just like the whole ending too of like bringing Sue back to life by just touching her face. He knew that she was dead because he's crying, like continuously crying. He knows he's hyper aware that something is wrong when the average baby wouldn't know what's happening. You know what I mean? So he does have a sense of what's happening. So who knows?
Yeah. And like, not gonna lie, during that whole scene when Sue dies, like, I was genuinely like about to lose it because like for very small, like 2 seconds, I was afraid that she would actually die.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, so
you're not going to introduce us to them and then kill Sue. Like, in my head, I was like, as upset as I was like, you're not about to do this to us right now, because that would just be absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and we already saw her die in Rise of the Silver Surfer, which made me upset too. So please don't do that to us again.
No, it's okay.
I don't want to see that.
No thanks.
So yeah, I was very happy that Franklin brought her back, and the fact that he can do that is insane.
Yeah.
And I love that little clap that he did after.
Because he's a genius baby and he knows what's going on.
Yeah. So, and also the big family hug that they did at the end after. So sweet. And they come back to the Ted Gilbert show, which they've had before, but and again, it also got interrupted by their watch alerting them of something happening.
Yeah.
And it was really funny that they tried to get Franklin to wear that Fantastic Vibe costume. Little onesie.
I know. It was so cute. So they were like, no,
not gonna happen.
No.
And the whole like Fantastic car seat.
Oh my God, that was the best. Because that really is like an ongoing joke. Like, how many men does it take to strap in a car seat? And I just really love that, like, you know, like they conveyed that. And it doesn't matter if you're a genius. It's how many men does it take to strap in a car seat?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I never saw that video, but that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, they say a mother's love can, you know, do all these things. So.
It's very powerful and unconditional and just amazing.
I love that they show too, you know.
And Sue's side eye. Like, what are you guys doing?
It was the best. She was just like, I love how she doesn't
Okay.
help them either. That made me happy. Like, because I feel like if I was in that situation, I would see how long that shit could possibly go on. Like, really? Like, you guys can, like, you have superpowers. You can do anything, but you can't strap in the car seat. And it's,
Yeah.
sorry, men, but it happens.
It's hilarious.
Real thing,
I
actually.
loved it. Oh my god. Okay. So briefly talk about the other post-credit scene, which was really cute in my
It
opinion.
was cute. It was very cute. I wish they would have flipped them.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like to end the movie on a really would have been even better. But it was cute.
Yeah. Like that cartoon theme song was really catchy.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. It
honestly.
was actually so cute. It was so cute.
I loved it so much.
I do wish they flipped it. I was like, why did they flip this? Because I just feel like the whole theater leaving in a panicked would have been
like, oh my god.
But
oh well.
Oh well.
So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have. Like we
covered everything. We really
yeah.
did.
So yeah, it's like I just want more of this family like now.
I know. I can't wait. I'm kind of sad that we actually have to wait for it, you know?
Like over a year or two.
I know. It's just I don't want to wait.
I mean, like I am excited, but we do get Daredevil season 2 and also Spider-Man and possibly Punisher the special.
Yeah, I think we get it. I want to say we get it in the summer too.
Yeah.
I think Daredevil's like the spring.
March. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know when Punishers, if it's the summer or winter or. But I would imagine because they're filming it now, so usually takes about a year.
So yeah, it's we have a lot to look forward to, and I'm super hyped. Like,
I'm so hyped,
especially after this movie. Like,
I know. I do wish we were getting Doom at the original date, but I'll take it. I was kind of sad that we got pushed back, but I also understand like there's a lot going on.
And there's like just let them get it right and do it how they want. So no need to rush it. We'll wait.
I'll be here.
Yes. Here for it all.
For real. Seriously. But thank you for having me. I had a fantastic time.
Yeah, I didn't expect it would take 2.5 hours, but
it's fine. I think we covered all bases, so
yeah. So those of you watching this, thank you so much for joining us tonight for this awesome spoiler chat about the Fantastic Four. It's been it like I feel like there's a big weight that's been lifted off of me.
I know you
finally getting to talk about it.
You had to just yell it out. You had to get it out. You did it.
Yes.
It's done. And I'm glad we did it together as a family.
Yes. Yeah, so be sure to check us both out on our Instagrams and also YouTube too, because you got your YouTube going now.
I'm trying. Doing the best that I can.
Yeah. Those makeup tutorials are really cool.
Thank you.
Like I love them.
I'm trying to do something new, but it's you know what it is with YouTube? It's like when I first uploaded the first one, which was Jessica Jones, it was a short and it did really well. And they say that you can't, if you have long format and shorts, you kind of have to pick one because like usually one does whatever is doing better. That's the one you stick with. And the shorts were doing better. Like long format's not working for me. So we'll see. Now
Yeah.
Switch back to shorts.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's really hard to build like a following on here on YouTube. Like it's taken me years. Like I started my YouTube in 2020 when COVID happened, and like it's been a long journey, but I've loved every bit of it. So
yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun, and I like the editing process and stuff. I love that you do these lives like that too, which is awesome. You know.
Yeah. Like I love doing these because it's a great way to get to talk to people and like get to talk to my friends and geek out about stuff and just in real time instead of like through messages and everything. So
and this is so much easier too than editing. You know what I mean? Like sitting there and editing, like, you know, and you could, it's like more like a podcast. Like you can just let it flow and that's it, you know? Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes.
I have to feed these lunatic cats again. That one is eating the outdoor cat's food on top of the. She's not allowed up there, and she knows that I can't get up right now, so that's what she's doing.
Oh no!
Really? We're gonna chew real loud, huh? Just what I deal with. Amazing.
All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye guys. Thank you, Gab. Thank you. All right, let me go feed these cats. Love ya.
All right.
Thank you again. I'm so glad we got to do this.